Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome back to the Chilled Simming channel and another full flight video on what might be one of the last full flights we do on Flight Sim 2020 for a while, or maybe ever, depending on what 2024 looks like in terms of bugs and compatibility with aircraft in the first few weeks. But yeah, it's currently the 12th of November as I film this, so I think it's actually a week today that the new sim releases. There may be a couple of other videos after this, but we're certainly getting close. And basically it all depends what the sim looks like with aircraft, etc. What the plan is. So yeah, we are at Bilbao in Spain, and we're going to be taking a fairly short hop over to Palma Mallorca in the Balearic Islands. I think the block time for this flight is an hour and 20 minutes. An hour and 35 of time in the air, estimated at 1 hour and 7 minutes, so it should be a fairly quick flight. But yeah, let's jump in. We're in the PMDG 737 again. I'm having lots of issues with the iFly 737 MAX. Basically every time I use it and then go back to use it in another flight in a few days time, I have to reinstall it, and I'm fed up with doing it, so I'm just not bothering with it until that is fixed, which probably is not going to be anytime soon, but we'll see. Anyway, into the flight deck we go. Let's get set up. I've also got some new textures for the flight deck. As you'll see, it's kind of wear and tear textures, which I quite like. It makes the aircraft look a bit more used and grubby and things like that. All the switches with the paint and things coming off, so I quite like it. I'm just going to also, every single time I have a new livery, I have to set the EFB. There we go. So there's the EFB. I'm actually just going to put some lights on because it's a little bit dark in here, I feel like. So we'll just get all of the lights on. There we go, can see a little bit better now. So I'm going to go to the EFB quickly and request the route in from SimBrief. There it is here, you can see nice short flight. Go to the overhead panel now. It's just on the panel state that the aircraft loads up with. So IRSs are already aligned. This is all fine, all good here, all good here. We can fire the window heats on for the moment. Probe heats can stay off. Packs can stay on for now, that's all fine. Cruising today at 350, can dial that in. And lights are fine. I always like to just fire the logo light on, why not? And I always like to have a little look outside. Don't ask me why, I don't know. Anyway, the jetway doesn't seem to be working here, so I'm just not going to bother with asking GSX to bold us. We'll just ignore its existence, really. Okay, so down into the FMC, pause in it. We don't really need to bother because it's already aligned, but we can put the reference airport in, which is Bilbao. So we're going from LEBB over to to Palma, which is LEPA, Lima Echo Papa Alpha. I believe we can flight plan request it. Yep. We can set the payload, set the fuel, and set payload, set fuel, select route. And then that should load in for us, which is nice and will save us a little bit of time. So we can load that. And it should load in for us, hopefully. Famous last words. There we go. You can activate that, execute that, and assume it's right. We're off of runway 30 apparently. I'm just going to get the charts up on the screen as well. There we go. Yeah, runway 30, and we can go to departure. Runway 30. We are on the. Oh, it doesn't look like we've actually got a SID. We do not have a SID, so I'm just going to leave it because we're going direct apparently to LEPA. So we're just going to leave it as it is. Zero fuel weight can go in there. Reserves, just put 2 in. Cost index, just go 25. Cruising at 350 according to SimBrief. We can execute that. N1 limit, we can go to the EFB for that. So we can go performance tool, import, where runway 30. Oh, come on, 30. Import from aircraft, import the weather, and calculate. So we're takeoff 1 and 42 degrees. So takeoff 1, 42. There we go. Takeoff, I'm assuming it was flaps 5. Yeah, flaps 5, and we're 394046. 394046, correct. Put the CG in, which is there. 4.85 in the trim, so we can bring that back a little bit to about there. That's absolutely fine. You can put the arrival in, I suppose. We are going into 06 left at Palma, and we are on. Oh, I don't think we've got. I think again we don't have a. That's weird. Why is it giving us so many? Why is it giving us a route with no? I now need to look at this. I think it might be the flight plan that I've selected on the SimBrief has caused this. I mean, it looks like it's a fairly. Looks like it's a fairly straight in approach anyway. I'm actually going to do that because it's a bit better of a straight in kind of approach there. Again, not online on VATSIM or anything, so it doesn't matter. So that is fine. So it's quite a short route in terms of there isn't a lot of waypoints, but that's fine. Gets us there quicker, I suppose. So I can bring that all the way back in. We can go into the FMC on this on this side, get the V speed. So V2 is 146, so we can put that in. Runway heading is, I'll just get that off to the charts, 297, so we can file that in. Oh my goodness, I was about to say speed up to 97, and as always I'm just going to fire this straight up to our cruising altitude today, which is 350, if we can ever get there. Oh come on, I hate the scroll. I hope that's better than 2024. Here we go, 350. With that we can arm the flight directors, arm LNAV, arm VNAV. It might not let us do LNAV actually because we're straight off the. Oh, I've just noticed. Hang on a minute. So, yeah, okay, so. It might be interesting getting out of here. We'll just self-vector ourselves out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to arm heading select, because that's how we're going to basically self-vector ourselves round. We can put RTO on for the auto brake. We are, what is the QNH? It is 1030. So we can dial that in. There we go. We can do the transponder. we'll just put 7,000 in, why not? I don't actually know what they would use in Spain for VFR. 7,000. I'll just do it TARA, why not? And yeah, I think we are just about ready to go if I haven't forgotten anything. So what we'll do is we'll get the APU started up. We will get GSX ready to push us back. I will get the packs off. And have a look at the wing view, as we must do at all times, obviously. I don't know why, but the GSX like volume has just been oh, I found out why it was muted in my settings. Apparently, hopefully they speak now. Hopefully we can hear them. We can also put the parking brake on, and there we go. Yeah, we can hear GSX again. APU is alive. Oh, come on. Flick over. And nearly done it again, turned the APU off. We could put the anti-collision light on since we're going to start the engine. Do we have any fuel in the centre? We do not, so we could just fire on the main fuel pumps on the wings. Propeats can come on, APU bleed can come on, and engine bleeds off. Ding the cabin crew. We can go to ground services and remove the chocks. Back into FMC. I like to have it on a certain page. Don't worry, that is just the sounds. What way do we want to push back out of here? We're going that way, so we want to go left. Parking brakes are released. Can start the first officer's clock. Okay, let's go for it. Anti-collision's on, fuel pumps are on. Engine number 2, sorry, to ground. Put the engine page up. In goes the fuel. Let's have a little listen to that. If I can find the wing view. There's starter cutout, engine number 1. The stutters in this game are starting to become really frustrating. It's a VRAM issue, obviously, like lack of VRAM. Don't worry, that's just as GSX pushes back down on the ground, the sound I think we've landed, of course. Yeah, I've been trying a lot of things to try and get the stutters to get calmed down, but it's fighting a losing battle a lot of the time. It's really starting to frustrate me, and I'm not even sure that it's something that Flight Sim 2024 is really going to be able to fix, because I think it's just a natural thing of the way the game works, that the VRAM is eaten alive, especially when you run it in 4K, which, okay, that is a choice I have made, to be fair. So yeah, anyway, there it is. Starter cutout. We can go over to the engine generators. APU can come off. We can bring the packs back on. Isolation valve to auto. Bleeds on. Hydraulics on. And we look all good up there. We can go to the wing view and set flaps 5, of course. Do a control check. Which is all good. I'm not going to do any like wing view recording with SkyDolly today because again the major issues I'm having with stutters and lag, it's not worth watching it because it's so laggy on the replays at the moment with stutters, etc. But anyway, I believe that is us set, ready to go. We can put the taxi light on. Parking brakes off. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get down to runway 30. So we just follow all the way to the end here, and then it's actually not the worst taxi, but I say not the worst, it's not the longest taxi in the world. Yeah, you'll see the stutters. I've tried the FPS fix tool on flightsim.to, which works sometimes. I say it works sometimes. It's I think it works for what it's meant to fix, but I don't think my stutters are related to the cache files because it has worked before. Yeah, as I say, I don't think it's related to cache files, my stutters. But anyway, we will get this aircraft down to the bottom of the runway. I don't know what yeah, it's got quite a big, large displace threshold here. This looks like it would be a stunning airport to land into. I might actually just do the return flight. It probably won't be in this video. I'll either just do it myself or potentially record it, we'll see. But yeah, this looks like it's going to have some stunning scenery to land into. Anyway, as you can see, we have absolutely sped down to the end of the runway here. I actually forgot to put the engine start switches to continuous. I forgot to do, which is fine. We'll just take the turn here. We don't need a nice sweeping turn. Strobe light on, landing lights on, turn offs on. Ding the cabin again. Swing it around. There we go. Sorry, I'm struggling with my views here. So we'll swing it round onto 30 here. go. I'm hoping the stuttering's just because the scenery here. I've a funny feeling it's not. But anyway, let's just go for it. We'll go for 40%. Arm the auto throttle. And that's roughly stable. Take off. Start clock. That's checked. Back on the stick. Positive rate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gears coming up. Start trying to trim it. Try and get a wing view. Look at that. Oh, I wish I was recording it. It looks fucking stunning. Don't stall it. I might just go straight for autopilot, to be honest with you, so I can look out the window. Yeah, Command A. I'm just going to take a moment to appreciate this because it looks amazing. That looks absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Oh yes, I've got to land back into here. Anyway, let's start swinging the heading round wide not, so that we can get up with VNav. We'll go flaps 1. Probably should have checked what kind of terrain we've got. Flaps up. Should be okay on the terrain front. Look at that. Oh, we've got to land back in here. Why have I think I have flown in here before actually in the sim, but it looks absolutely stunning. Right, keep that heading coming round. What we're going to do is go direct to, is that Ferry or February? We're just actually going to execute that now. Go LNAV. There we go. Let LNAV do it for us. We can do it after takeoff checks. Gear can actually, it won't work because of my thing, it's fine. Auto brake off, turn offs and taxi light off, start switches off. Can't see a thing, which is unfortunate because the scenery is stunning. And go standard pressure once, twice, 3 times. You can see by the top of climb and top of descent that it is not a particularly long flight. Got to get the wing views in if SkyDolly's not recording. The stutters, to be honest with you, didn't feel too bad on that flight, on that takeoff, but one of those ones really. Are we about to burst through the clouds? Come on. Can feel it. I don't know what this kind of, I don't know if this is meant to be the cloud effect, this flashing that looks like it keeps going past the wing. Actually, it is quite a cool effect. Here we go, out of the clouds. Look at that. This is kind of annoying. I feel like that view's on the wrong side. Just bear with me. Oh, that's better. My views are all mucked up. Could look out of the wing views on this game all day. Yeah, there's 10,000, so landing lights off. Can let the passengers up. logo light can come off. And yeah, off we go over to Palma, where I'm sure the scenery will be maybe not quite as nice, but yeah, I really would like to fly back here. It's a stunning scenery on departure, and with SkyDolly recording. It's still stuttering away, you can see it. It's not too bad, but I do think it's a scenery issue, judging by the stutters I'm seeing. I'll have to figure it out. Hopefully in 2024 it's not an issue, but I think it will be. Anyway, I'm rambling. I do that a lot. I will love you and leave you, and I will see you when we're on the descent down into Palma. See you then.
29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be yours.
Hello and welcome back to the flight. We are in the descent down into Palma. I'm actually just going to set the pressure, which is 1020 on the QNH. I'm just also going to go down to the FMC and take the VREF speeds. Okay, VNAV disconnect. Never seen that before. There we go, I've never seen that before. Okay, so yeah, our VREF's in. I've already put the ILS frequency in as well. We're going to go with auto brakes 3 for this landing. Now I have a reason for that. Because of the way we're landing into Palma, I would like to get stopped fairly quickly so we don't have to have a massive long taxi back to the gate. So we're going to go with auto brake 3 with the hopes, as long as I don't float the landing, of getting off fairly sharpish so that we can get down or over to the gates a bit quicker. Now I'm also just going to preface that if we get any warnings about the internet / our connection being offline, it's because during this flight my ISP has went down, so it has flashed up a couple of warnings. I'm just checking my app just now. It is still down, and so I don't know if it's a temporary thing or whatever, but it's still down at the moment. So if it does flash up, I do apologise. I hope it doesn't. I think it will only flash up if we come back online. So we'll see. But yeah, just in case that does happen, that is why. So we're just coming through 10,000 now. The lights can come on. Seatbelt signs can come on. And yeah, you can see there's a bit of weather over the island, but nothing that we should really be interacting with, which is fine. Flight's been smooth. I sat here just listening to a podcast. It's local time for me right now. It's 3:30 in the morning, so I have just been sitting listening to a podcast while we've been flying, because that's the kind of mood I'm in. But yeah, not been too bad at all. You can see the island coming into view as well, which is good. Oh, look at that. It's and across, it's like the flag of my country. Look at that reflection. It's just a shame about the stutters. If it wasn't for the stutters, this would be... The thing I don't get with the stutters is yesterday, or not yesterday, a couple of days ago I done a flight in the PMDG 777 long haul from San Francisco to Narita, and it was absolutely spot on. Barely a stutter, and there you go, that's what I mean by the successfully connected there. I'm going to assume that the internet has come back online. According to my app, it's not. No, it is, yeah, we're back online, so that's fine. Hopefully that means any downloading of terrain and maps and textures is going to be okay. It's a fairly nice and simple approach into Palma. Is it just me, or yeah, I think I'm seeing things. Don't worry. I thought the whole ground, all of the ground and terrain was mucked up there, messed up, but it's actually okay. Yeah, you can see I've also got a bit of weather just off to the north of the airport, but nothing that we can't and we shouldn't have to deal with too much. I don't know, like, is it just me, or does this terrain look like way off, like looks terrible, or is that just me? Maybe we're not close enough to it, I don't know. Like, is it... Oh, I don't know, it just looks a bit weird, I don't know, we'll see. Just coming up to about 10 miles from decel. Been in the air for 55 minutes, just about. Block time's 1 hour and 2 at the moment, so estimated 1 hour and 7. We've had quite a strong tailwind for a lot of the crews, so that's probably going to help us. Oh no, oh. My heart dropped. The sim froze there for a second and I was panicking. Am I like going insane, or is this... I don't know. I feel like this terrain isn't correct, but it is what it is. I could be wrong. I probably am. I've been wrong many times before. I'm just actually going to look at the... No, this is about right. Bit of turbulence here as we go through the clouds, which I like. It's actually fairly bumpy, which I'm not overly surprised about given the weather. There's no point in us trying to slow down or anything too early because we're absolutely fine. In terms of the weather at Palma, the actual wind on the ground is nothing, 0 or 1 knot, so it's absolutely fine. The only thing we might deal with is a bit of turbulence, but shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, this just doesn't look good at all. I don't know if it's... Yeah, this looks terrible. I don't know if this is to do with like the internet being off, because I know it does like download a lot of the data from... It does stream most of the data, but this just looks not good. Yeah, this looks really bad actually. Hopefully it's not as bad as that once we get closer to the airport. We can go flaps 1. Maybe it's just a dodgy. I don't know what... I'm not sure what's going on here with this. This looks terrible. There's the runway there anyway. Hopefully it's not as bad. I'm going to arm the localizer. I'm going to put the starter switches to continuous, turn offs and taxi light on. Why not? Logo can come back on. Thing the cabin. 10 DME at the moment. I'm going to swing the heading round to our final approach as well. There's the localizer, arm approach. Should catch the glide slope, there it goes. Command B is coming in. Bring the speed back. Flaps 5. Yeah, as I've said, no SkyDolly, so I'll try and get you wing views as we go down, while still trying to obviously fly the aircraft. See, we've got a bit of rain off to the side of the aircraft here. No need to rush with flaps or anything like that. We're absolutely fine. We'll wait until 6 DME for gear and flaps 15, and I'll just continue to let the speed bleed off. Our VREF is 150 or 145, so we'll do +5 on that. There's 6 DME, so we'll go gear down, flaps 15, and again try and get you the wing view for that. You can see we've got a little bit of rain actually. This is the freeware Palma scenery that has just been released in flightsim.to, so hopefully it's installed okay. Coming through 158 with that flaps 30. The terrain just doesn't look right on the island at all, but I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt and say that's probably to do with the... I hope it's to do with the connection issues. Speed brake's armed. And yeah, we are set for final approach. One last wing view. To be fair, the wing views look kind of shit, to be honest, so... Autopilot's out. I have control. Let's see if we can do a nice landing, and hopefully the Palma scenery is working, because I didn't check to see if it is. I never usually check because it's not as complicated as it used to be as back in the FSX days. You just drop it in your community folder and it's pretty much good to go. You'll see what I mean. Obviously we want to kind of try and get stopped a bit earlier on the runway because of where all the terminal building is and things. Yeah, this looks terrible here. A little bit high, so reduce that throttle.
400. Approaching minimums. 300. Minimums.
Landing.
200.
Not a bit of wind to be seen, so there's no excuses for a poor landing. Apart from the stutters that are getting worse as we get closer to the ground.
20,
Idle throttle.
10,
Not as smooth as I would have hoped, but we're down. Reversers. Can't get the reversers to work. Manual braking. I've missed the exit that I wanted. Gosh, damn it. Yeah, so I found that the stutter there, it must have, my mouse must have clicked off the screen because it's to do with the scheduling of the 7950. There's always something goes wrong these days. Anyway, welcome to Palma, where we have landed nowhere near, well, the landing was okay, kind of sank at the last second into the ground, but it wasn't too bad. Better than some of my other recent ones. There come the flaps. If you couldn't already hear me absolutely spamming the button. So landing lights come off, starter switches off. We can just fire the APU on for the moment, why not? Strobe lights off. We'll swing around. Auto brake off. We're not too bad, to be fair. I don't know where. Honestly, I have no idea where Air Europa would park here, but I'm not going to be going miles looking for a gate, to be honest with you. I have to say though, for freeware scenery, this is pretty impressive. This, if this was payware, obviously I've literally just landed, but texture wise it's crisp. If I'd paid for this, I don't think I would have been overly bothered. We'll take a right turn here, why not? There we go. Right, where do we want to go? That is the question. Where do we want to go? Let's take a left here. Yeah. And we'll go and park over in these gates here, I think. Making it up as I go along. As I say, no idea where Air Europa would usually park here. The APU gens should be ready, which they are, so we can fire over so that we can get the engine straight off once we get to the gate. Yeah, we'll go with this gate here. Hopefully the gates are working. There was a bit of mention about the GSX Pro files, so I'm hoping it's worked out okay. 46, so we're looking for 42, is it by any chance? Oh Christ, oh, see, that's so good the way it's written, wrote the gate numbers down. Oh, why don't they all do that? Famous last words though, because this is gate 42 here and I don't see anything spawning in. Did I click for 42? Is that what I clicked? Stand 42. Yeah, this is 42. Okay, we're going to wing it then because it's spawned absolutely nothing in. The safe dock is there though, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh no, the stuff's there. I'm just blind. I forgot I've disabled stairs when there's a jetway, because generally they wouldn't put a jetway stairs at the back when there's a jetway. And we'll leave it there. Parking brake on. Engines fuel cut-offs off. Can bring the fuel pumps off. Middle hydraulics off. Prop heats can come off. These can come off. Isolation valve off. Anti-collision light off. Seatbelt signs off. And we can ask GSX to do some deboarding. And we'll stop this clock. So it was about an hour and 14 in the block. Stopped this clock a bit late, but about an hour in the air. And yeah, welcome to Palma, where it looks like the GSX profile is working, which is always a good start. Will we regress? Yeah, why not? We've requested ground power as well. There it's there. But yeah, welcome to Palma. It was a... Oh, I've not... Always forget something. Always forget something. Ground power's on. APU can come off. I know I'm pretty sure in real life there's a maximum amount of time to have the APU on in the Palma. But anyway, that is a separate issue. Oh, there's a little ATR. Oh, he's coming in here as well, cool. Sorry, I'm having difficulty with my views. It's zoomed out far too much. Anyway, yeah, welcome to Palma. Flight wasn't too bad. And yeah, the scenery out of Bilbao was impressive. And I have to say, for freeware scenery, this is... yeah, if this was payware, I don't think many people would be batting too much of an eyelid, given some of the payware sceneries that do exist out there that leave a little bit to be desired, shall we say. Where is this little guy going? Is he going in that gate there? Hello? Okay, we don't see him. Anyway, I really am rambling, but yeah, I don't know what it's going to look like in terms of videos for Flight Sim 2024 in terms of this style of full flight video, because I'm not entirely sure how much is going to be working out of the gate in FS 2024. By the sounds of it, most of it will be okay. Most add-ons should be able to... If you've seen what I just seen in the corner there, you'll know why I stopped talking. But yeah, and it's just happened again. But yeah, I do like this style of full flight video. It's my favourite to make, but obviously there's going to be plenty of stuff to explore in 2024, so I will probably expand my horizons a little bit to see what we can come up with. But yeah, looking forward to it. A week to go. I have it pre-ordered, ready to go. But yeah, there'll be plenty of videos coming out for that. I am looking forward to it. But yeah, anyway though, as always, if you do have anywhere you would like me to visit in the sim and a flight, feel free to let me know. As I always, no promises, with 2024 coming up as well, and not obviously 2020 isn't going anywhere, but obviously we're going to be exploring that for the next little while. It depends what the release looks like, whether we're coming back to 2020 or not. I'm hoping it's a nice smooth transition, to be honest, and we can take advantage of the new stuff that the sim has to offer. But anyway, yeah, I keep rambling when I try to end the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, and I will see you in the next one. Cheerio.